Hi Earth sign, welcome to Bella Luna. I will be doing your reading for today. So these are general, they may or may not resonate, and they tend to be for the week ahead / month ahead. Additionally, you can flip the roles if you feel like I'm talking about you and you're the other person. However, it resonates best for you in your journey. So first card out, Earth sign, butterfly. And for a lot of earth signs, Capricorn and Taurus, particularly Taurus, it is really hard for them to go through change, right? But this is one of those weeks / months where in the past, so the past few weeks, I'm so sorry, someone started vacuuming. As I was saying, for the past few weeks, it's like a bunch of changes have been going on, and unfortunately, Earth sign, you have not had a lot of, if any, control over the changes that have been happening, right? Very similar to what's going on right now. I have little to no control over when people choose to vacuum in the house I live in. So, Earth sign, present crow. So, you could have not like anticipated this, but there is something about it where like you were warned, you were forewarned, right? That's just one thing that's coming out with the crow right now. It's coming out as very prophetic, very, almost like prophecy, legend kind of vibe. And there is a sense of like keys, there's something to do with keys in this reading. I don't know if there's like a secret or if there's a, it's so weird. I'm just getting Edgar Allan Poe with the crow card now. And it's like you're trying to solve a mystery and you're not being given all of the keys, right? So I don't know what invoked this change in your life. It just seems like whatever was happening a few weeks ago or even last week, it really started a progressive change within yourself, right? It almost knocked over the first domino. And where you're at this week is trying to figure out where those dominoes are falling, right? And moving into the future, you're wrapping up a huge cycle with Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent, it does talk about the mother. It does talk about that maternal wound. Additionally, nurturing. But with the, and we have the fish card that came out with it to clarify. And both of these cards are water cards, right? In a sense, Sea Serpent, I know this is ether, but it is sort of in the water realm. And fish, absolutely a water card. So you can see in the imagery of the sea serpent, like it looks like an eye. And it's almost the circular imagery is similar to the circular thing the crow is holding. So heading into the future, you're going to see why things were the way they were right now, right? It's almost like you're operating with half of the puzzle. But within the next few weeks / month, the puzzle is going to be complete. And there is a sense, Earth sign, of boundaries, right? These two cards both talk about boundaries. So I don't know if in the past, if your boundaries were just easily trampled or if you just had a problem upholding them. But something about this next week / month, the changes that you're going through, the lack of control you're going to have, it is going to force you to sort of assert yourself in a way you've never had to assert yourself before. Additionally, I am hearing with like the fish card and sea serpent, like slippery boundaries. And something you'll notice is a lot of the time when people cross their boundaries, not all the time, but for most people, I found a lot of the time, they don't even realize it's a boundary until they cross it. And that's usually because they've had their own boundaries trampled, right? If you're someone your whole life, your boundaries were being trampled, not being respected, it is very difficult as an adult to set those boundaries, to know even what they are, right? The parameters of them, because you were never taught. So you're pretty much teaching yourself now. And with the fish card, Pisces is one of the symbols that is associated, or the fish is one of the symbols associated with the sign Pisces. So I do want to say there is this sort of 12th house energy coming in where for all the readings this week, like, you guys really won't be the same after this transformation takes place. Elk, awesome. So crowning the reading is Elk. And I think what's happening is these changes that you've been going through and where you are presently, you need to get really clear on your values. And inherently, those values will translate into the boundaries you put up, right? The Elk card is awesome because it talks about stability, it talks about being a provider. You have the Divine Mother and the Divine Father in this reading, and it's very spiritually heavy. I don't know if you've picked up on that Earth sign, but it is a very spiritually heavy month. And something about the Elk card is it's going to be really important to keep your ego in check, right? Something about boundaries is when someone crosses a boundary, it leaves us feeling terrible, right? Because in some way we have not honored our true self. In some way, there's something that needs to be looked at, healed, reevaluated. And when someone does trigger you, it is very easy to flip into ego. I've been there, I've done it myself. I hold no judgment for anyone who does that. But it is something we need to work on, be conscious of, and make sure we're not flipping into that ego. And one of the easiest ways to do that is sort of flipping back into the good side of the Elk energy and just see yourself as a provider. Acts of service, not only towards others, but towards yourself, right? The more we love ourselves, the more we're able to love others, the more we respect our boundaries, the more we can respect others. All of the readings this week have really been coming back to the self. So I think I'm going to leave it there, Earth sign. I think the month ahead, week ahead is amazing for you. But as I said, it is going to be a little bit emotionally turbulent. So be aware of that, prepare for it, and don't forget to stay grounded. You're the Earth sign. If anyone knows how to stay grounded, it's you, right? So maybe go for a walk in nature, go in some water, I don't know, take a shower, whatever you have to do to stay grounded this next week/month, because a lot of things are changing around you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.